Okay, it's June 5th, 2026, and you don't get to see the left side of the street because it's a damn mess. Supposed to be bringing the dumpster today and then turned into tomorrow, but I took the guardrail down and burned a lot of that pile and ready for motion sickness because it's still kind of a mess. Not much changed in here since the last time you saw it. They put the ceiling fan up and the recessed lights are back in. The breakfast bar, I still got to make a list of stuff. He's going to build up a little piece, to go up here so that we can have the bar height counter there and then the regular height, 36 inch, 42 inch. But my countertop guy was trying to talk me out of it, but it's my house and I don't know what I want. Kitchen cabinets are pretty much in. A couple little nail holes to fill in and stuff like that, and put the handles and things on. I haven't tested the stove yet, but yeah, so they made like a little filler piece for back in here, so it looks like it was on purpose that the cabinets. Yeah, I don't really like that wood filler, but I wish I'd have just left it alone. I might just pick that back out of there. But yeah, so they kind of filled it because this wall leans really bad, which you don't really notice it until you put something square up against it. But I'm glad I put those two like kind of pediments in the column, and whatever you want to call them, in the front door, because that way we can run the wiring down, and then we just glued drywall to the concrete exterior wall. But yeah, still an amazing view. Heard somebody coming down the river a little bit ago. I guess I can go and let's see. Haven't really had time to finish much in here. We're still trying to figure out. I gotta get a light or something for in there and box that in and get my glass shelves and my tracks in. I got the thermostat in, the cold air return, and in here, this is pretty much done. So I just need to mop the floor and things like that. And then I ended up reconfiguring this. I was going to put a ceiling fan in here, but if that would look kind of dumb being above the logs, so I ended up making this a switched outlet and then still have the overhead lights, so that way you can have little lights by the bed. This room is pretty much done. They have a little bit of tile work to do. I want them to paint this base just gloss white to match all the trim and everything. I gotta get in here and get the finish installing the water heater and slide the washer and dryer back into here. But this is pretty much done, other than just buying some light fixtures and some paint and trim, stuff like that. Need some baseboard trim there. I'm just making a list as we go, stuff that still needs to be done, but I love this tile. In some light it looks gray, some light it looks green, and this paint is actually a super, super, super pale green, but it also looks kind of green in some light and gray in some light, so that works out pretty good. I gotta figure out why that door's so tight. But yeah, stackable washer and dryer. And then he did the little alcove there for the soap and crap like that. Come back to here. And they installed the ceiling fan in here, which is cool. The ceiling is just a really, really pale blue, which I love. And let's see, everything's pretty much the same in here. They, I don't know if I showed you, but they ended up finishing the shelves in here. And he ended up deciding not to do the overlay over the white wire shelves. We just decided that, just to build them in so they're not adjustable or anything like that, but that's fine. The walk-in closet. There's gonna be a light. There's a light switch over there, but I don't have anything connected to it yet. Turn that back off. And then the corner shelves. Gotta put a light up there. But yeah, so we have one tall box for. So let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. So one tall box there for hanging stuff, and then there's like shirt hanger height. Actually, shirt hanger height, shirt hanger height, shirt hanger height. So like 3 rows. And then you can hang, either put boxes up here, shoes, whatever. Out here, they started putting in the sliding glass doors for the shower. And then the sink and the vanity. Got to get a mirror for here. Got to get some more light fixtures. But the pretty much everything works. That's those for the drain valves for the outdoor shower. And when you walk out onto the deck, it's amazing how much they had to cut down. I mean, that dirt is like under there. You used to have to actually step up, probably about half as high as that. Well, you can see I had to jackhammer the rock out. But everybody joked with me when I first bought this place. They're like, aren't you afraid that house is going to fall into the river? I'm like, yeah, good luck. So everything is in solid rock. They had to jackhammer holes, for every one of the concrete posts, or one of the posts to put concrete around it. But yeah, all this dirt here is, they ended up having to rake it all down. And then once they got to the rock, and you had to just jackhammer it all out. I mean, even I was surprised at how far down they had to go. But back up here, I don't want to get too close to the side. But that's a set of steps that's going to go down to underneath of the house, and there's a door. So when you go under the house, and I'm going to put a chain or a door, a little guardrail here so that people don't try to go downstairs. But you go down to the bottom steps, there's going to be a landing and a little walkway. And underneath of that door, there's a regular house exterior door. And they framed out all that in and sealed up this side. That whole triangle underneath where the floor went up to the rock and all the way down to there was open. So it was all full of leaves and dirt and trash, and there was all kinds of lumber and stuff under the house. And there's still like a furnace under there that I got to figure out how to get out of there. But yeah, they're going to start doing vinyl siding probably as soon as the deck is done. I mean, they're working on the handrails and stuff like that today. So, but it's going to be really nice. And of course, you look up, see nothing but rock all the way up to there. But we intentionally left that tree. This tree is going to get cut down because it's dead. And I had Eugene try to trim it, and it just ended up killing it, which is fine with me. There's enough leaves and trash back here. I'm trying to think of something fun to do with, maybe cut it off and make something out of it, or like I have time. But so anyway, this is the the guardrail needs to go up there, go out to the river. And he keeps asking me, "Are you sure you don't want anything for the outdoor shower?" I'm like, if you're standing here taking a shower, I mean, there's like, who's going to see you? Even people on the river. I mean, you'd have to be really, really creative to figure out how to see somebody up here. But yeah, I'm really happy with it so far. I intentionally had him set the railing just a hair higher than normal. 36 inches is code. I had him set the top at 40 under here. It says 41 and a half inches to the top. But it does feel nice because you just walk up to it and lean your elbow onto it. And it also feels more secure when you're standing out there looking over the steep drop off to the river. So yeah, I don't want anybody to, of course I got to clean all that mess up. But yeah, people fishing on the river. Have to watch your step because the wood just blends in with each other. So yeah. But that's it. It's looking back in. So that's really about it. Not much else. We're gonna have to put some concrete and make like a little swale so that when the water runs down, I got an estimate to put in leaf guard gutters and all that stuff. But I mean, some people say they don't really work. But anyway, and I don't really know why they locked that door, but it's kind of humorous. Like if somebody can get in that way, hey, more power to you. I might use that mirror. If you can think of something really cool, I mean, I even thought about just trimming it in just the same kind of white basic square board as the baseboards and all that stuff in the house. Yeah, they got the pull downstairs in. Really nice aluminum ones. So that's about it. Yeah, I got a bunch of little electrical stuff to do down here, but there's the stupid closet. I'm working on the 332 door. I still think it really does finish the kitchen well. I like a U-shaped kitchen, and then, you know, the place for the women to be shackled to the posts would be, you know, we need that. But still got the nice dining room. Got to hang up the chandelier. Still not sure which one I'm going to use. That kind of starburst one that I got, it's a little bit much. And I may try to just put it back on Marketplace or something and sell it. I have one that just looks more, I hate to say traditional, but a little bit more reserved. You know, it's not quite as wild. But anyway, that's about it. So, see you later. Oh, and I think if I told you, but on this wall, there's going to be another, because I had to put that light switch in, because originally the dining room was going to be here, so that was going to be the overhead light for the dining room. So now I have a light switch, so I'm going to put a junction box up there. And where did it go? I bought this light fixture. So it looks like made out of old pipe, like screwed pipe, and I'm going to put that there. And then I bought 2 reproduction of those Coca-Cola buttons. They're on plastic, and they're not the original metal ones. But originals are going for like anywhere from $400 to $1,000 a piece. And I got a pretty good deal on these too. But what I want to do is have the 2 buttons there and have, they call it a banner, I think, or a billboard, whatever, banner type sign. But it's going to say Riverside Grocery, Springwood, Virginia, established. You know, I'm going to pick a date like 1923 or something like that. And make it look like, you know, it's going to be old, you know, kind of weathered looking. So it looks, you know, like it was the original sign from back out in front of when this used to be the grocery store. So, but I'm having trouble finding people that will actually do it. I know sign painters, and the guy that did the pinstriping on my 49, and he's like, dude, I am like a year booked out right now. And so I'm not really sure how I'm going to get that done. But, and then I met another guy, Brent, who lives up towards, I think, Covington. But he's real into collecting like old signs and making stuff and building stuff, and super creative guy. The same deal. I sent him a message and he's like, yep, can't touch you for at least, you know, a couple of months. And he said, that's even if you tell me yes today, and here's what I want, and here's exactly the size that I want, or whatever. So I don't even know all that yet. So, but anyway, so that's going to go there. And that's about all. And I still think the closet fits nice there. So, bye.